Live from the studios of Mud Advertising in Cedar Falls, Iowa, this is Mud TV. Today, Mud's direct mail marketing experts show you how a unique, personalized, one-on-one message will produce impressive results for you.
Hi, I'm Gary Kroger, your host here at Mud TV. Direct marketing is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a mainstay of automotive advertising. Today, however, you have to be aware of and understand and implement the new technologies. I have with me three direct marketing experts at Mud Advertising who will share some of their products and their results and tell us where we're going from here. To my immediate right is Ryan Reginald. He's also our Ford franchise regional manager. To his right, we have Brock Dancer, and to his right, Grant Leisinger. Gentlemen, welcome to the show, first of all. I want to start with what dealers are interested in, results. What matters if there are no results? So Ryan, I'm going to start with you immediately. Did you bring anything for us today to look at in terms of a direct marketing result?
Well, absolutely, Gary. Kasurik Ford, a company that I've worked with now for a couple of years, is a company that actually ran our variable image letter program with us early in the first part of this year. Called me after the sale was finalized, and we ended up selling for them 23 units directly from the mailer. He brought in 18 good quality trades off this campaign and additionally purchased 6 other vehicles outright. He came up +1 on his inventory with the campaign and was so ecstatic, signed up for 3 months later. He signed up again for the campaign and absolutely crushed it. He sold 45 units in the 4 days with the sale. And if he tied in the day before and day after the sale, he actually totaled 60 units off the campaign.
So he's happy.
He's extremely happy, yes.
Well, so how often does that happen, where you have a reluctant dealer, you sell them a product, you implement the product, and then they buy again and again?
It seems to be a pretty reoccurring situation with us. I mean, if we get a good result, being a results-driven business, the results seem to lead to reoccurring sign-ups again.
Well, we're going to drill down into why you got these results, but first I just want to go across the board here and talk about results. So Brock, what can you share with us?
Well, I'm the Southwest GM Territory Manager, and like you said, Gary, results are important to our clients, and in order for us to do repeat business with them, we have to produce results. And you know, I've been doing this for 7 years, and I've talked to a lot of different general managers and owners across the country, and a lot of times they're hesitant to do direct mail and give us a shot. And Gary Burton at Ferguson Buick GMC was very hesitant. He said, Brock, I like you, I'm going to give you a shot. I do a mailer once a year, never had much success with it. So I pitched him not only the variable image mailer, but we put together a brand casting platform with the brand casting site, 2 email blasts, web banners. So we ended up targeting 5,000 of his past customers in a natural trade cycle from his Reynolds system. And then we went after 15,000 Buick GMC, Saturn, Pontiac, Chevrolet customers within 15 miles of his dealership. And that first program, with the email blasts, the web banners, and everything, as you can see, over 70 first-party leads from the online component, and delivered 25 vehicles, bought a bunch of great trade-ins as well, and continued to do business with Mud in June and July as well.
You're bringing up some terms that we're going to talk about later. You're talking about brand casting. You're talking about these new technologies. Variable data, for example. One thing I want to say before we get to you, Grant, is if you have questions, we want you to ask them live. You can log in here to mudtv.com and go into the chat section here, and you can ask questions of these gentlemen, or you can go to askmud@mud.com anytime during this program, or even after the program if a question occurs to you. So Grant, what did you bring?
Well, like Gary said, my name is Grant Leisinger, and I'm the rep for the Southeast Business Center for the Chrysler Division here at Mud. And as everybody knows that's watching, South Florida is one of the most competitive markets, Gary, in all of the country. And Wells Motor Company down in Avon Park, Florida, has also a challenge in the way that an hour to the east or to the west of it, there's major markets, and people can easily go to those markets and buy. And so he had a challenge as far as being in a rural area, but also having all of his customers, they can go anywhere they want to and get the best deal in the country. And so what we did, we ran 10,000 pieces of our variable image letter where we can actually laser insert an image of the customer's vehicle right on the mailer. 5,000 pieces of it went to their past customer base. We deduped it, watched it through the national change of address to make sure it was a very accurate list. The other half went to our prospect list. We can actually have VIN technology. We went after 03 to 09 Chrysler Dodge Jeep owners in his area that had never done business with them before and sold 19 units directly from the promotion. Absolutely happy, signed up 3 more times after that.
I want to drill down into what you guys are talking about, strategies and things. I do have a question here already, and it's very relevant. Are these programs co-opable?
I can answer that for you, Gary. 100%. We send everything through, make sure we get pre-approval before we go to print with the co-op process on these. As like with Brock, we are IMR approved vendor, and even with the Chrysler side of things, we can get everything PAP approved as well.
Now, I've been in this business for 9 years. When I started in this business, direct mail was a piece of mail that you got in your mailbox and you had a phone number on it. That's changed. You guys have been using terms like variable image, variable data. Explain that and explain its relevance. Any one of you.
Go ahead, Brock.
Well, like I was talking about the result with Ferguson Buick GMC, we put variable data, we laser insert a picture of their trade-in right on the upper right-hand corner. So if that customer is driving a 2007 GMC Sierra, it says we are in need of 6 2007 GMC Sierras, just like the vehicle that customer's driving. It's going to be laser printed throughout the mailer. We're going to talk about that specific trade-in multiple times throughout the piece. We put a Pearl on there as well that's got the customer's name, so they have a personalized website. That's another variable piece of the campaign that we're doing. So yeah, everything's personalized, everything's variable to the customer and their trade-in.
Well, so Grant, how important is that? It's a new world, isn't it? Everybody goes online. They're expecting some sort of personalization. We're talking about pearls. We're talking about variable images. Is that important? Is that now essential for direct marketing to remain relevant and successful?
100%, Gary, and what we found just through our studies is that each consumer will go to a website 9 times. They'll go to 3 different manufacturer websites, they'll go to 3 different like AutoNation or different stores like that, then they'll go to 3 different dealer websites. So being competitive online is crucial as well, and so we want to feed that desire that they have to want to go online and get more information. The difference and advantage of what we use is it's a retail video and we ask for their response right away. We don't just feed them information and then send them off. We actually ask for their response. So they have a voucher that they fill out and then they get a $1,000 voucher or whatever it may be. So they have a motive to actually fill out the form, and then the dealer gets a first party lead emailed to them immediately.
So next to actually showing up at their door and grabbing them by the collar and taking them to the dealership, this is the next best thing.
Yes.
Okay, so where do you use back-end analytics? We now have information. They're watching a video. We know who's watching. We know how long they watch. Do you use this information when you strategize a direct marketing program for a client?
Reggie, I think I'll have you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our back-end analytics tracking tool doesn't allow us to run from anything. I mean, we can check in at any given time to see what areas of your market are hitting, what areas you're strong in, what areas you're weak in. And when the sale's over, not only, I mean, we're following up throughout the sale, but when the sale is over, we can break this down and figure out what areas we need to be targeting for the next promotion, or what areas we need to be working on strengthening, maybe some more prospects in, and really dialing in on the specifics.
So unlike the old days, it really is an organic process now where you're getting better ROI.
Yes.
Well, since we're talking to you, and you are the Ford Franchise Regional Manager, and we've thrown out terms like brand casting, what is that? Can you explain that briefly? And of course, anyone is free to ask questions at askmud@mud.com or to log on to Mud TV and to the chat portion here. Can you explain a little bit of what you're doing for Ford dealers in your region?
Absolutely. Well, with our brand casting promotion, what we're doing is we're putting actually a personalized URL on every single one of these mailers that we have our brand casting tied into. That allows the consumer to actually type in their own name into a specific URL that they can actually go to and watch a personalized 60-second video where they actually are receiving an offer from your dealership. Once they fill out the lead submission form, they actually are prompted with an email to the GM or whoever we have selected to go to, and then they want to follow up with them as a first party lead. We're hitting these guys not only with a direct mail angle, we're hitting them with more of a 3-pronged approach. Once we do that, we're getting in front of them with the actual direct mail piece. We're targeting them with an email blast, and then we're also tying in some web banners that you can hang on multiple. You know, as dealers now have multiple sites, they can put these on their new car page, used car page. They can put them on cars.com. So being able to just grab the consumer by more angles than just in the mailbox.
So you really are strategizing here.
Absolutely.
Question comes here, what happens to my traditional media? Is that now irrelevant? Does this work with the traditional media platform?
Oh, absolutely. I'm on the direct marketing side, as you know, but we also have a full service division here at Mudd, and I've picked up over the past few years 5 or 6 different clients that started on this brand casting platform, and then we took their entire advertising budget and became their agency. But we tie in traditional TV, radio. Now we're doing SEM and SEO. We can tie everything into this brand casting platform so that the dealerships, all their messaging is singing the same song.
Well, we're just about out of time here, but once again, if you have questions that occur to you, you can always call up your Mudd representative and ask questions. You can ask for one of these 3 guys or someone that you're accustomed to talking to. You can continue to ask questions at askmudd@mudd.com. I'm going to lob you a softball here, but maybe it's a tough one. Where are we going to be? I've been here for 9 years. What's it going to look like 9 years from now? Show us your visionary. Grant, I'm going to go right to you on this one.
I'll hammer this one out, Gary. Personally, I think it's pretty simple, but in the days to come, I think being specific and being able to connect with each person individually instead of just a blanket approach, everybody gets the same message, to be able to be as specific as possible and to be able to hit that customer as many times as possible, especially with all the sites out there, internet, with everything that it is, being able to have a connection that's specific to them. But the thing that will never change is a personal connection. You know, the dealership, you know, how they get treated, their salesperson, their manager that they go to, that stuff will never change. They're always going to come back no matter what kind of advertising you do. There's nothing that can replace that. But as far as in advertising, where it's going to be going now, you've got to be able to be very specific and you've got to give the people what they want.
I couldn't have asked for a better answer than that. Well, that's all the time we have for right now. Thank you for watching. I'm Gary Kroger, and I invite you to watch next week. We're going to be talking about what Brock mentioned, full service marketing. We are a full service company, and we're going to talk about media, we're going to talk about creative, and we're going to talk about strategy, where we implement all of these disciplines to help you sell cars. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.